Hey, Angela here from the Joy Hut, and I wanted to talk to you today about the three habits that are really keeping you stuck in your pain. And that could be mental pain, it could be emotional pain, or even physical pain. But more importantly, I'm going to show you ways that you can actually start to interrupt that cycle and start to feel really good again. So, after being in the wellness industry for over 20 odd years now, and through my own personal journey, plus working with one on one clients, I have actually come across three main mistakes that people tend to commonly make when they're trying to feel better and really take control of their own well being and self care. So, the first mistake that I often find people are doing is that they're trying to push through the pain. And one of the reasons that that happens is because we have these beliefs around what we think that we should be doing rather than what is most aligned with us and who we really are. Now, these beliefs are often determined by our environment and who we've been around, what we've experienced over our time on this planet, and thoughts are really directed by what we believe. So let me explain. Our thoughts that we're having around our experience actually create an emotional response or a feeling in our body. Now, this feeling will always drive a certain behavior, a certain choice that we decide to make in that moment. So, for example, if we are asked to do something and we start to feel like we don't really want to, but we think that we should, and if we don't do that thing for that person and follow through on that request, then we might think that it means that we're being a mean person or unkind if we don't do it, or that that person might reject us in some way. And so, if that's the case, then that can provoke a feeling of guilt if we were to contemplate the idea of not following through on that request. Now, that choice that we've made and going ahead and doing what it is that that person requested as the choice, driven by the emotion of guilt in this instant, is highlighting the should world, if that makes sense. And so we want to look at what is it that we're doing or choosing that is actually something we think we should do versus something that is really truly aligned with us. Because if we're going against our own grain and we're doing something that is not necessarily what we feel is best for us to actually do, and we're choosing that, then that can keep us in that cycle of being really stuck in the pain, either emotionally, mentally, or even physically, because our body's manifesting a lot of these symptoms in order to show us that you're going against yourself. So if you want to align better with the choices that make you feel good, then you have to release the pressure. And that is done through your thoughts and pivoting on the meaning. So, for example, with my clients, I often say to them, if you were to think about that situation differently from a person who would be confident to say no, then what does that look like? And what would that person actually be thinking? I often also ask the client in that situation, then what is it that, if you weren't feeling the guilt, what else would you be feeling? So that's just an example on how you can pivot your own thoughts around what is going on for you, and then how that's going to determine how you feel, and then in turn, what choices you actually make. But the underlying understanding for the whole concept of releasing that pressure is really looking at what you think you should do versus what is aligned choices. Now, the second mistake that most people make when they come to see me that keep them stuck in their cycle of pain is that they actually are unaware on how to take what the body's messages are and actually listen to the whispers before it comes to the point where they have to be hit by an energetic truck to pay attention. So what I mean by that is that your body's always speaking to you. Your cells love you on a daily basis. Think about this. They're working for you every single day, no matter what you put into your body, what you put on your body, what environment you put your body into. Your cells are actually working all the time to create an equilibrium, to make sure that you're functioning at the best possible optimal level. They do all sorts of things to try to get you working well. Now, there's only so much that the body can take, though, before it's going to manifest symptoms that can give you a clear message. But before it gets to the symptom stage, we want to pay attention along that journey. So we want to catch the body's messages and the signals before it becomes a really big problem where we have a lot more cleaning up to do. Now, one of the ways that you can stop the frustration of being in that cycle and really interrupting the pain that you're experiencing is to become your best friend to your body. And by that, I mean taking care of it, but not only on a physical level, really taking care of your thoughts, really building the relationship that you have with how you think about yourself, really building the relationship that you have with your body's energy, your body's emotional state. So the cycle of pain that people can be in is often not only the thoughts that they keep thinking about, but also the emotions that they feel quite often. And if they're quite negative or heavy, then they can become toxic. So it's a matter of really building that relationship, clearing those emotions. And there are a few ways that you can do that. So one of those ways is by grounding yourself on the earth. It has been shown that electromagnetics of the earth can help us to heal, to transform, to transmute energy, and to really clear stagnant energy in our own physical body. The other way is to go on what I often do is an appreciation walk where we start to orient the body in the environment around us. And when we do that, we're really looking at appreciating what we do have right here in that moment. So bringing yourself back into the present moment is one of the best ways to get out of the mind and drop back down into the body. Now, another way that is awesome is to actually learn how to do daily emotional freedom techniques. There's lots of different ways that you can use EFT, or tapping for short, where the emotional freedom techniques can be utilized and applied so that you can really just stay on top of how you're feeling every day. So my suggestion is learn the technique and to be able to do a quick tap in the morning, a quick tap in the evening to really clean up your energy on a daily basis. And then other ways, of course, are breathing, really taking the oxygen into the cells, because when we're stressed and we're in pain, often we're holding the breath. So we want to bring the oxygen down into the cells as well to be able to really help the body to perform well. Lots of hydration, great nutrients, and you become your body's BFF. Now, the third mistake that I see people do is look for the quick fix. So by that I mean they're going for the fad healing technique at the time. They're going for the most popular person who is on social media and trying to sign up to every single thing that's out there. Often, not even completing or attending some of these things. So when people are looking for quick fixes, rather than starting to apply the strategies that they know work for them, then often they can stay stuck in their own pain. So realize that not every tool, not every technique or strategy or person, not every coach, not every mentor, even not every friend, environment, family member, all of the things that make up your world, not everything around you is going to fit with you. So rather than trying to fit with that, I'm encouraging you to find what fits with you, what aligns with you. And that kind of cycles back up into the taking the pressure off, which is the first mistake that we were talking about earlier, doing the shoulds versus what aligns with you. We're all unique. We all need to embody our own experience. So I encourage you to really just feel into the tools, feel into the people. And if you have some kind of resonance with somebody, some strategy, some tool, I encourage you to follow those breadcrumbs and just to feel into it so that you're really just looking for what aligns with you. And if it's something that you're not sure whether it would line with you, just follow those crumbs. Just make sure that, you've given yourself the opportunity to be able to see what that feels like for you. And then, as I've mentioned, our feelings are the drivers that really help us to make our choices. So, when something just feels good, even if it's unexplainable, then, it's often the right direction for us to go. So I hope that you've got some really great tips from this video today, because I really want you to walk away with looking at those habits that you might have that keep you really stuck in your own pain. Now, it takes courage and it takes, somebody who's willing to find the right people to really embody the right strategies to be able to move beyond these habits that keep repeating. I hope that you got some value out of some of the solutions that I've already provided for you. And my advice would be to really just go where feels right. Go with what's aligned for you. Ask me any questions that you might have. And if you would like to take up the opportunity for an alignment session, I'm offering a 30-minute session for you so that we can really just look at where is it that things need to change for you and how can you have the support in order to be able to get that happening so that you do start to feel really great. And then you've got the energy, the vibrancy, you've got the alignment, you've got the clarity and the freedom to go out there and do the things that you love and really create a world that is limitless in its possibilities for yourself. If you would like to book an alignment session, then click on the link or message me and we can get stuck straight into a personalized plan for you and what that might look like. Thank you for your time and always thank you for your energy. And if you do have any questions, please do reach out. I'll see you soon.